today.
No. What is your question?
Outlined
No,
in the
no,
court
no, Mr.
form.
Elizondo, no.
Your Honor, respectfully, as a bailor and grantor, I've granted this court equitable title for settlement of any
No,
charges
sir. This
under
is a
doctrine
criminal
of
court. No,
trust
sir.
and mercy.
Mr. Elizondo.
Your Honor, for the record, respectfully, I am a Texas common law free man. I do not participate in corporate Ponzi schemes that require me to have
This
registration
is not that, sir.
and
This is not
insurance.
Mr.
I do
Elizondo.
not
Stop.
consent. Gave
No,
this
no.
court
No,
equitable
Mr.
title for
Elizondo,
settlement
stop. Mr.
of
Elizondo,
any
stop.
charge under
Mr. Elizondo.
doctrine of trust merge.
Mr. Elizondo, stop.
This sovereign citizen and the judge just got into a very heated exchange, and you are going to want to see this. This sovereign citizen is in court for something as simple as driving with invalid insurance. But instead of just paying the $100 fine, he sent $3 and is now pulling his sovereign citizen nonsense live in court. Like seriously, what is this? A bargain sale on justice? Let me know in the comments if you guys think this man is a teacher, because while I was watching this for the first time, the whiteboard in the back row totally looked like a classroom whiteboard. Like, what is up with that? Like, just imagine if this dude is teaching kids this stuff. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let's dive in here and watch this judge completely shut down his nonsense in court.
Good morning, Your Honor. My Christian name is Jose, and my family name is Elizondo. I am the bailior today, and respectfully ask an issue to raise.
Wait, Mr. Elizondo, wait. Jose Elizondo, I show that you have one case pending, and that is expired registration. Do you understand that's the charge that is pending against you?
Yes, I understand, but respectfully.
Okay, sir. Okay, hang on. There's several steps we need to take over. Were you able to hear my explanation about defendant's rights and options that I went over at the start of court?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about those rights or options?
Yes.
Go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, respectfully, I haven't received my documentation that I requested in a timely manner to proceed today.
No. What is your question? No, Mr. Elizondo, no. What is your question about the rights and options that I went over at the start of court?
I have no questions regarding that.
Okay, then to this charge of expired registration, actually, I'm going to stop and say you mailed in payment.
I did.
You mailed in $3, and you have a balance due of $129. So with that payment of $3, we've already entered a plea of no contest for you because Texas law allows that to be entered for you. So we're set here to determine, are you able to make the balance of your payment by Monday, or do you need some time to pay that out?
Your Honor, respectfully, as a bailor and grantor, I've granted this court equitable title for settlement of any
No,
charges.
sir. This is a criminal court. No, sir.
merge.
Mr. Elizondo, this is not a civil court. There are no parties like that in this proceeding. You're a defendant. You're not a grantor. I'm the judge. And so that does not apply to this court. You may have read that might be something in a civil court. That does not apply here. So my question to you, sir, is since you've already mailed in payment and indicated a plea of no contest by mailing in a payment under Texas law, can you get the balance paid by Monday? Or do you need some time to pay that out? Or do you have a financial situation that you need a financial packet?
Your Honor, for the record, respectfully, I am a Texas common law free man. I do not participate in corporate Ponzi schemes that require me to have registration.
This is not that, sir. This is not. Mr. Elizondo, stop. Mr. Elizondo, stop. This is not the time to make a statement. You see, we have like 12 other people who are set here. You're set on a criminal charge. This is not time for you just to go and make a statement about a civil matter that it is not set in this court.
So are you saying that I don't have civilian due process of law?
No, but you're not. This is not a civil matter. You're raising terms in regards to this as if this were like a civil lawsuit. This is a criminal charge where
It's
you've
not
already.
criminal, Your Honor.
Yes, it is, sir. This is a Class C criminal charge in Texas, displaying an expired registration. That is a Class C criminal charge, and you mailed in partial payment. So I'm trying to determine, are you able to make the rest of your payment by Monday, or do you need some time to pay it out?
I have the right to equitable title for this settlement or any charges on the doctrine of trust merge.
This is
And
not a matter. This is not a matter of a
respectfully,
title to a vehicle or anything like that, sir. You seem to be confusing some civil law.
Well,
with the
I
pending criminal.
have some confusion because on Supreme Court case law Murdoch versus Pennsylvania, they clearly state that you don't need registration or insurance for private personal travel, and I don't consent to any corporate Ponzi scheme.
Respectfully, you're an idiot, my guy. And this dude is the perfect example of why Zoom court hearings need to end. Like, yesterday. I mean, does this judge even know how to hit the mute button? Because at this point, she either needs to mute his rambling or just wrap this up. Because we all know this clown has no plans to pay anything. And honestly, if you guys can explain this, let me know, but... like, why did he even bother just paying $3 out of the $100 that he owes? Like, that's literally like walking into Starbucks, throwing $3 on the counter, and expecting them to hand over a venti frappuccino. Like, bro, that's not how it works. Even partial payments like that don't stop a case from moving forward, so I don't know if that was his plan, but it just makes you look extra dumb in front of the judge. Drop a comment and tell me if you caught why he did that, because I swear this guy must think he's playing Monopoly while the rest of us are living in reality.
Okay, well, this is nothing to do with a corporation. This is a Texas charge, and you've already mailed in a payment for this. So you've indicated a plea of no contest. Are you saying that you're not pleading that? Then why
Your
did
Honor,
you give him $3?
As a bailor and grantor, I gave
No,
this court
Mr.
equitable title for
Elizondo,
settlement
stop. Mr.
of
Elizondo,
any
stop.
charge under
Mr. Elizondo,
doctrine of trust merge.
Mr. Elizondo, stop. Why did you mail in $3?
Because as a bailor and grantor, I have granted to this court equitable title for settlement of any.
No, sir. We do not settle.
charges
Sir,
under trust
Mr.
merge.
Elizondo, there's no party in a criminal charge that's called a bailor, and you cannot claim a position that is not one in this court.
Your Honor,
There's
are
no
you giving
status
me-
of bailor.
Are you giving me finance?
No, sir. Listen,
Oh.
I need you to listen to me. I need you to listen to me. There's no status of bailor or grantor in this criminal court. You may have read some cases in regards to some other matter. You are a
can you give
defendant.
me-
No, Mr. Elizondo, you need to be quiet and listen. You're a defendant. You mailed in $3, which is partial payment of a total of $132. All right. Now, by law, when you mail in a payment, a plea of no contest is entered. All right. So my question to you was, when you mailed in the $3, was that your intent to make a partial payment, requesting a payment plan, or were you attempting to post a bond?
My intent was, like I said, I am the bailor and grantee. I have granted this court equitable title for settlement of any charges under doctrine of trust merge. That's my answer to your question.
Okay, that is not an answer that applies in criminal court. So based upon your payment of $3, the court has already entered a plea of no contest, and I'm going to order that you get the balance paid
Your Honor,
within 30
respectfully.
days.
Okay, Your Honor, respectfully, with those documents that you have, I didn't receive any documentation requested in a timely manner to proceed today. Outlining my
Sir,
full
sir,
long toe
if
under
you-
Chapter 66 of Texas Civil Practice Code, which
Okay,
is
stop.
provable
Mr. Elizondo,
and
Mr. Elizondo, stop. The Civil Practice Code does not apply to this courtroom. This is the Code of Criminal Procedure applies to the criminal courtroom. So the Civil Code does not
But
apply.
I still have a civilian due process, Your Honor.
Well,
And I
yes,
have not
but
entered a plea.
you did by mailing it in. By mailing that in, that's entering a plea of no contest. You mailed in a payment of $3.
Your Honor.
You can
Like I
get the
said,
balance paid.
The reason why I did that as a bailor and grantor, like I stated multiple times, I've granted this court equitable title for settlement.
Okay,
under
Mr.
any
Elizondo.
doctrine of trust merge.
Mr. Elizondo, were you wanting to plead not guilty and request a trial?
No. Respectfully, Your Honor. Constitutionally, too. For the record, I am a Texas common law free man. I do not participate in any Ponzi schemes that require me to have registration and insurance. I do not consent quasi-jurisdiction. Respectfully, Your Honor, I plead for a civilian due process of law.
This dude really thinks that by saying respectfully before cutting off that judge, she's just gonna magically change her mind and let him off the hook for the 3 sad little dollars he paid? Like, bro, that is not how respectfully works. And can we talk about the whiteboard behind this dude? I swear, from what I can read, it kinda looks like he might be a teacher or something, which is honestly terrifying at the thought because imagine the lessons he's giving to these students. But yeah, if any of you guys can read what's on that sign, let me know, because if this dude is a teacher, that's actually gonna be insane. And did you guys also know that judges can actually fine you for wasting the court's time, even if you're technically just representing yourself? Yeah, so stacking sovereign citizen nonsense on top of that is like ordering extra chaos on your legal pizza. Honestly, let me know what you guys think the judge should do here in the comments, because my takes are definitely on the harsher side. I definitely think they should start charging sovereign citizens extra fines just for clogging up the courts and wasting everybody's time, but some of you guys in the comments don't agree with me, so let me know what you guys think.
Okay, well, you're
Under
receiving.
Section 1, Article 10.
Okay, Mr. Elizondo, you're receiving the exact same due process that every other person who's appeared in this court has. And you have mailed in a payment of $3, and that payment is received as a plea of no contest.
Who is my accuser, Your Honor? Respectfully.
The state of Texas. That citation that you received, that is the accusation. And
okay, well, I would like to go to trial for this.
So you're indicating that you wish to change your plea from no contest to not guilty?
Yes.
All right. And you wish to waive your right to jury trial, or do you wish to request a jury trial?
No.
So no jury trial. You wish to waive your right to a jury trial?
1 second, please. Never mind. Give me a jury trial, please.
So you wish to request a jury trial?
Yes.
Okay. And you will be representing yourself, or will you be retaining counsel?
Myself.
Okay. Do you understand that if you request a jury trial, if you're found guilty, in addition to the regular state court cost, there is an additional jury trial court cost that's assessed if you're convicted. Your case is going to be reset for a pretrial hearing that is going to be for our May contest docket, which is at 6 p.m. on May 7th.
Let me know what you guys thought about that sovereign citizen in the comments before we jump into the next hearing, because honestly, I think the judge could have been a little more harsh in that one, but she wasn't too bad, so buckle up, because this next sovereign citizen has a full-on freakout and even claims he was kidnapped. Yeah, you heard that right. I seriously can't even believe these people are real sometimes. I mean, one time I watched a guy try the same thing, and the judge just sat there stone-faced, like, are you done yet? But yeah, let's go ahead and dive in here, because I don't know who's gonna be worse, the guy before that, or this guy we have coming up next.
Attacked and assaulted and kidnapped 2 different times, just one time. Recite your oath of office, your delegation of authority order, and your bond information.
What is your name?
I am Brian. My family name is Wilkinson.
All right. We'll go on the record in State of Kansas versus Brian J. Wilkinson. Case number 25 CR 67. The state appears by County Attorney Darren DeVinny. Mr. Wilkinson appears in person by Zoom. We're here for a first appearance. Mr. Wilkinson, you're appearing by a summons. I'm going to go over your charges with you. There are 3 counts, all alleged to have occurred on June 4th, 2024 in Butler County, Kansas. Count 1 alleges you were in unlawful possession of methamphetamine. That is a level 5 drug felony. Count 2 alleges you were in unlawful possession of paraphernalia for use. That is a Class B non-person misdemeanor. Count 3 is an allegation of possession of marijuana, also a Class B non-person misdemeanor. Do you understand what you've been charged with, Mr. Wilkinson?
I do not understand, Your Honor.
Okay, what don't you understand?
I had thought that this matter was already settled on the case that Mr. Watts was representing me for.
Okay, I'm not aware of that particular matter. That may have been a different case. I'm not sure.
Well, there wasn't a different case. I mean, I wasn't attacked and assaulted and kidnapped 2 different times, just one time.
Mr. DeVinny, do you know anything about another case involving Mr. Wilkinson?
Let's see. Well, I know there's criminal history. I know he's a B on the grid. He has out of at least Butler County cases, we've got a driving while suspended, an old 23 traffic case that's closed. And then he has this open case now for possession of methamphetamine.
Do you know is there one where Mr. Watts representing that you know of?
Not that I'm aware of. Well, Your Honor.
All right. Well, I don't know, Mr. Wilkinson. That can be sorted out. Can you afford to hire an attorney to represent you?
I'm sui juris.
Excuse me?
I'm sui juris, and I would appreciate it, Your Honor, if you would recite your oath of office, your delegation of authority order, and your bond information for the
I'm not
record.
going to do that, Mr. Wilkinson. Can you afford to hire an attorney?
I am not a ward of the court. I'm not an idiot. I know how to speak for myself.
Okay. Do you wish to
won't be-
represent yourself?
Well, I am myself. I can't represent myself, but yes,
Are
I
you?
will be talking for myself.
All right. You understand you have a right to have an attorney represent you on this case?
Yeah, but that makes me a ward of the court if I am seen as too stupid to talk for myself.
Judging by what this dude just said 30 seconds ago about being sui juris and wanting the judge to be his trustee, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say he's way too stupid to represent himself. Like, we're either talking too stupid or just flat out delusional, no in between. I bet this guy got busted with his little baggie of drugs, hopped on Facebook, and fell down some sovereign citizen rabbit hole, thinking he could beat the system. Fun fact. You can't just declare yourself outside the law like you're signing up for a gym membership. It just doesn't work that way. I once knew a guy in high school who thought flashing a fake badge would get him out of a speeding ticket. And spoiler alert, it did not go well. I mean, these people seriously act like they're living in a TikTok conspiracy video. Like, I honestly think these people just have a massive ego and they think the world's out to get them or something. Either that or this guy's just an idiot.
Do you understand that if you can't afford an attorney to represent you, one would be appointed for you?
I also understand that all attorneys' first duty is for the court and not for their clients. So
Do you
I wouldn't
understand
want.
you have that right, Mr. Wilkinson?
I do understand my rights. Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
I'm going to go ahead and appoint James Watts to represent you if you think that he's represented you on something that may be in line with this case. So he'll be with you when you appear back in front of me, and that'll be on my preliminary hearing control docket. Do you have something to write with, Mr.
Yes,
Wilkinson?
sir.
All right. Your
Yes,
court
sir.
date will be in front of me by Zoom on May the 19th at 2:30.
May 19th, 2:30 p.m.
That's correct. Do you have Mr.
Okay.
Watts' contact information?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
You might contact his office and let them know that court date. We need to set a bond. Mr. Devaney, what's your recommendation for bond?
Your Honor, the defendant does appear here voluntarily by summons here today, so I'd request a $10,000 OR bond for the defendant.
What was the amount?
$10,000.
All right, I'll set a $10,000 OR bond. He'll need to be processed, I'm assuming.
Well, he initially had a first appearance back on June 5th of 24 at 1:30. At that point, we were waiting on KBI Labs and we released him. So I believe he's actually been arrested and processed.
Okay.
He just needs to come to 201 West Pine. If he can make it here today before 5, that's great. If not, probably on Monday to come up to the front desk so he can sign his bond.
All right. Mr. Wilkinson, can you make it up to the Judicial Center this afternoon to sign your OR bond?
It'll probably need to be Monday, Your Honor.
Yeah, go ahead and sign your bond so you can contract with the court. Like, bro, what are you even saying? Like, these people actually make no sense sometimes. And I'm just gonna go ahead and stamp this guy as a sovereign citizen just based on the nonsense he just tried to pull. One second he's all, I'm a free man on the land. And the next he's like, okay, actually, I want a lawyer and I'll come down to the jail Monday to work this out. Like, I just don't even know what, like, this dude is trying to pull here. And honestly, it's like watching somebody rage quit a video game and then crawl back asking for cheat codes. Did you guys know there's an old law in Indiana that technically lets you get out of a duel if you apologize before it starts? Yeah, maybe this guy should have tried that move. And let me know in the comments if you think this dude was a sovereign citizen or not. Maybe he was just high off the drugs or something else. I'm not really too sure on this one. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any recommendations. Thank you again and take care, everybody.